Part of the purpose of this event is to celebrate the energy efficiency of the first houses in South Perry. Dan and Teresa McCann have not only come today and later will be participating in the ribbon cutting event, but have opened their home this evening so that you can see the work that was done at their house. You can find a map to their home printed among the materials found on your chair. Teresa, would you please come and tell about your experience with Sutainable Works?
Thanks, Jeremy. As a native Spokanite, it's nice to hear that Spokane is beating Seattle in something. And Lisa Brown lived in our house at one time. Well, many things motivated Dan and I to be part of this program. I remember when 2 young adults came to our door to inquire about our energy usage with a survey, and they talked about an energy audit and a retrofit program. And we said, why not? I really didn't think anything would come of it, being a realist. Christy, who is here today, I think, was one of those very engaging survey takers. After that survey, we were eventually contacted to be one of the homes in the first group of audits and possible retrofits. A couple Spokane Alliance folks made an appointment to come to our home and sat down with us to explain what was involved, and then gave us some time to decide if we wanted to proceed. There was no pressure, and the benefits really seemed worthwhile. We could help the environment, build the economy by sustaining living wage jobs here in Spokane, and save money by making our 100-year-old home more energy efficient. We had a birthday for our house this year too, a 100-year birthday party. So, the cost sounded so reasonable with the rebates and the tax credits available. I really was astounded that the cost of a new furnace would be less than $2,000, not the $5,000 I estimated that a new furnace would cost for our home. The actual audit of our home went very smoothly and was so thorough, with input from lots of guys finding ways to make our home more energy efficient. The results were presented to us with good potential to benefit from the program with energy and cost savings. All the way along, through every step of the way, the communication was outstanding and everything was clearly explained with honest, realistic, and organized presentations. When we had questions, we sat down with Dave and sorted it out. When Dave was mentioning that his estimates for energy savings were conservative and realistic, I think that's really the truth, and we really appreciated that. Our questions were always patiently answered, mostly by Dave and Wim, and anyone who knows me knows I always have lots of questions, to the chagrin of my husband. We grew more excited as time went on to have a new furnace, a new hot water tank, and a better insulated home. The day arrived a couple weeks ago, or last week, and the workers were professional, they were on time, and they cooperated with us all along the way. Dan and I also felt good that the companies involved pay their workers a living wage with benefits, something that's very important to us. I'd like to see lots of homes in the Perry neighborhood benefit from this program. There's such a great cost benefit in labor and materials when many homes can be retrofitted together in the same area. We feel very fortunate to be offered this program and would definitely recommend Sutainable Works to others. It really was a win-win deal, bringing together labor, faith, and education groups for the common good of this neighborhood and hopefully others in Spokane and other areas of the state as well. Thank you to everyone involved in making this program happen.
Those that have taken part in the retrofit program in the South Perry neighborhood, so far, they were initially contacted by a knock on the door by members of Spokane Alliance organizations. And the Alliance institutions are committed to continue that contact with residents here in the South Perry neighborhood. And they hope people like you will help them by helping your neighbors learn about what Sutainable Works has to offer.
Already, people living on many of the streets in the neighborhood have stepped forward to gather their neighbors to hear what Sutainable Works offers. A leader from Sutainable Works will meet with those gathered to answer questions about Sutainable Works and invite those gathered to begin decision-making steps described earlier. As Steve Gelb outlined, the challenges are great and so are the opportunities. Winter is here, and so is heating season. Interest in energy efficiency grows daily. Please stand if you have more drafts or leaks in your house than you want. Please stand if your energy bill is higher than you think it ought to be. Please stand if your furnace is more than 10 years old. Please stand if you want to expand family wage jobs with benefits in Spokane. Please stand if you want to cut 10 tons of carbon emissions for each house retrofitted in the South Perry area. Today you can start to do something about all those things. Please be seated and take out your response sheet.
On your chair when you arrived, there was an agenda and there was also a response sheet. And we're asking you to take that response sheet out now. Now, do you need a pen or a pencil? And if so, please raise your hand and the ushers will make sure that you get one. There are at least a couple people that need pens. If you live in the South Perry neighborhood, you have several choices. Please check the first box if you want more information about energy efficiency and Sutainable Works. And check the next box if you want to find out if your house could benefit from an energy audit and a retrofit. Now, check the third box if you are interested in gathering some people on your block to hear more about Sutainable Works. That is the box for block organizer. When you fill out those response sheets, then you're going to be contacted to find out what action you want to take.
If you're from an Alliance institution, fill out your name and the name of your institution. Then check if you would be interested in helping to contact people in the South Perry neighborhood, either by phone or by going door to door. If you want to be trained as a presenter to small groups, you can also check a box for that. Also, in a few moments, we will close and there will be people here to answer your questions.
Sutainable Works lowers costs to homeowners by doing retrofits for several homes on a block at the same time. It's the people in this room who have to make sure that that happens. We are the ones who can help provide energy savings for every block in this neighborhood. We're the ones who can do it. So take the time right now to fill out that response sheet. This is where the rubber hits the road.
Now for the ribbon cutting. Many of you have come to be part of this historic event, the celebration of Sutainable Works' first home. Dan and Teresa McCann have graciously invited us to their home to celebrate this beginning for Sutainable Works. The McCanns have also invited us to take a tour to see the installation of their new water heater and high-efficiency furnace. There will be guides there to describe how the equipment was installed and how its efficiency features lower energy consumption for the McCanns. They will also answer your questions about Sutainable Works. That will all start in about 15 minutes at the McCann's house. Tours will be available for about the next 45 minutes. You have a map in your agenda that tells how to get to the McCann's.
If you're really pushed for time, but you have some questions that you want answered about Sutainable Works, there are some people around here wearing very bright lime green vests, and those people are going to be up front here right after we close, and they can answer your questions. Those people from Union Credit Union, Anna Vista, and SNAP, and Building Trade Job Opportunities, they're also going to be here to answer your questions.
Whatever your interest or schedule, please hand your response sheet to the ushers as you leave. They will be standing in each of the doors ready to receive them from you.
Thank you so much for coming tonight, and we look forward to working with you in the future, and this meeting is now adjourned.